The Lakes of Mount Dora has a celebrity in its mix. John Carinci is a New York transplant who brought his flair for writing with him, starting with self-help books, but finding himself making a non-fictional turn. John started out 30 years ago as an insurance salesman, and he catapulted his career after reading a self-help book.
My goal, since I became very successful from that one conversation, was I would like to write a self-help book one day that would inspire one person to change their life. And that's when I started compiling notes and notes and notes. And I did not want to publish the book until after 9/11 happened. Because, I don't know, I was scared. I thought I would be remembered for that book. And I was scared to put it out there. And then after 9/11 happened, I says, I have to put this book out. And so we published it, and then we sent it to foreign publishers, and they published it into foreign languages, and it's been very successful.
John still writes nonfiction, but stays close to the cuff with his first fiction novel, Better Off Dead.
When you write, you start to basically gravitate to what you know. So Better Off Dead is a novel about a very young life insurance agent who's failing miserably in the life insurance business, and he unknowingly befriends someone in the mafia.
One of John's inspiration came from an unusual place.
There's a book here called Defying Death in Hagerstown that was really not meant to be written. What happened is I won on eBay, I won a diary from 1923, handwritten. And because I like memorabilia, and I don't even know why I bid on this thing. And all of a sudden, I get this hardcover, 365 page, handwritten 1923 diary from a woman named Lolita. And I was writing a book called The Last Lumberyard Standing, or something like that. And for 2 years, I started to research, who is this woman Lolita, and who would put this woman's whole year of her life on eBay? And all I could find was Lolita and a boyfriend named D.K. And now I'm really intrigued because I'm reading this thing and I'm amazed with the year, and I'm falling in love with this place called Hagerstown, Maryland. So I started reaching out to people, and we put the 365 pages out there, and we found one last name of the boyfriend named Poole. And I assumed she ultimately married this fella, and that's how I was able to figure out who this woman was. Then I started to befriend some very distant relatives of this woman, because of course she's deceased. No intention of writing a book until after 2 years, when I had it all down. And then I said, there's got to be a fiction novel. And it was the inspiration for Defying Death in Hagerstown.
One of John's passions is libraries.
I love libraries. I'm not a great reader, but I feel inspiration just being around all these books and looking at them, and how much work goes into writing one book, and look at all these books.
As a successful author, John offers up words of wisdom to aspiring writers.
I just believe that every person has a great book within them. It's there, but it's going to be a marathon. And just like the people in the New York City Marathon, where a lot of people cannot commit to train and run a marathon. A marathon is a very long race. A book is a very long project, and most people won't be able to do it. But if you break it down into bits and pieces, you can do it, and you can stick with it.